In this video, I'll be reviewing set number 60439, the Space Science Lab. It is a 6 plus set with 560 pieces, coming in at $34.99. Now, taking a look at the box art in the back, as you can see here, this set is actually compatible with 60434. The interlocking system that was introduced with some of these new space sets that came out just simply attach with two of the Technic pieces, which just combines them together. I think this is cool. It just adds to the play features of these sets, being able to combine them. After opening the box, you are greeted with your 5 bags, an instruction manual, as well as the dome pieces, which were packaged separately to prevent them from getting scratched, which is very good because if your dome pieces got scratched, that would look really bad. As well as a sticker sheet, but these stickers are really good. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the accessories that you get with those minifigs. Now, as you can see in the box art, you do see the green, I'm just going to call them astronauts. The green astronaut is actually in this wheelchair. Now, I really like when Lego adds accessories like this. Lego is for everybody, and I just think stuff like this is pretty cool. Now, you can see the wheels do actually move, and if you look at the handles, they're in a perfect angle so that another minifig can put their hands here and actually push the wheelchair, which again is just another cool functionality. So hats off, Lego. Now, one of the accessories that comes with the blue astronaut is going to be, which I'm just going to go ahead and call this a backpack. I don't know if this is supposed to be a booster or some kind of life support system for the minifig itself. So I'm just going to go ahead and refer to it as a backpack. Now, it does come in this nice little blue color, and it does have a Lego stud, which means you can probably build upon this and kind of make some kind of cool wings or something like that. That might be pretty sweet. Taking a look at the green minifig, we can see here that we have feet printing, leg printing, front and also back torso printing. If you get the light to shine just right, you can see here that we have a little bit of a metallic sheen on the gold printing. Really, really like that. Now, obviously comes with a helmet. You can move the face shield up and down, and there is some design on the helmet, which I think just looks really cool. Now, if you take the helmet off, I'm trying to do this without throwing the helmet on the floor, you can see here that we do have some hair printing. I'm not too sure if this is like face wrinkles or this is supposed to be a goatee, but yeah, only one face printing. There is no back face printing. Now, taking a look at the blue minifig, same exact thing. We got feet printing, leg printing, front, and also back torso printing. And it does still have that nice gold shine to it as well. Now, I think one of the highlights of this minifig right here is the helmet design. This does look like it's dual molded, and it does have some ridges here, which is very, very cool. But just the face shield wrapping almost entirely of all of the front of the helmet, I don't know. I really like this design. It reminds me of a lot of the like science fiction movies that we received in like just like the last 10 years or so. I really enjoy this helmet. I'm wondering if we can just buy the helmet by itself. I would probably buy a couple of these for sure. Now, taking the helmet off, you can see here that she does have a very cool design. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be maybe a stain or this is a tattoo of some sorts. If you look very, very close, it kind of looks like they're stars. I'm not too sure. But very cool design, but it only has one face printing as well. These minifigs just have so many details. I don't know. This set is so much worth it. Now let's go ahead and take a look at this little guy. Now this little guy has come out in other sets before as well, but I'm so glad that they added him to this research lab. Now, as you can see here, it does have front printing, but there is no back printing. It does come with the same helmet in a light blue and white design as the blue astronaut or researcher. But if you take the helmet off, the really cool detailed printing all over the little alien guy's face, I think is just, I don't know. I just, whenever I look at this minifig, it just makes me smile, which is always obviously a good thing. Along with the space science build, you actually do get a pretty cool little vehicle build, which is this hover bike. Once you start putting together, this is going to be one of your first sticker pieces that you use, and you can tell the difference between the white sticker and the actual white brick. I don't think we're ever going to be able to get away from that. And then turning it around, there's this really cool hologram style printed piece here, which gives you all the information of the hover bike, you know, your battery level, how fast you're going, distance you've gone, and all that good stuff. Now, here's a very cool function that I'm glad that LEGO actually thought about, and they gave this a single stud position here. And I'll show you exactly what you're supposed to be doing with that one stud. Now, looking at the bottom of the wheelchair, you will see that it also has a single contact point, and there's your single stud. As you place that on top of there, boom. Your green little astronaut guy can then ride on the hover bike. I think this is so cool that they added a function like this. It just makes sense. Yeah, super cool of LEGO to do something like this. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take a look at the science lab. Now, first off, what I want to show you is kind of the play function that this science lab has. It is actually built out of 4 pieces, and you can open this up to display all of the inside, as well as if you want to look at all of the outside. So what we'll do first is show you that function, and then what I want to go ahead and do is take each individual place, because like I said before, it's built out of 4, and give you a very detailed look at the inside as well as the outside. So if you slightly turn it over to your left, you will see here that there is a small seam and there's this little bar here, and I think this bar is supposed to be, you know, something just a design on the outside, but it actually helps you split this apart. Now, as you open this up, you can see that it is a pretty dang detailed set. Now again, this set is only $35 or $34.99 or $35. But what you get for the price, I think, is very hard to beat. So yeah, there is the functionality of that. And then just to go ahead and put it back together, you just simply bring it back around and, got to get this back here and line it up just right, and it'll snap together. Now, when it comes to the dome pieces, they just simply sit underneath this part right here. So if they're slightly off, you just have to kind of press them down or just kind of tilt it a little bit to get the dome to sit underneath. So it's pretty simple. Okay, so first off, let's take a look at the front of the Space Science Lab. Now you do have a little bit of a play function here. There is a handle that if you go ahead and pull upwards on it, that reveals the door, so your minifigs can go in and out of the science lab. Now, if your green astronaut or scientist is in the wheelchair, there's actually a ramp, so good looking out there with the detail on that Lego. Pretty sweet. Okay, and then you're also greeted here with one of your printed tiles. Now, I really like this design. It's simple, but it's very detailed and nice. If you go ahead and zoom in here, we can see that there is an actual control panel here for the front door, which is also a printed piece, which would have been really hard. I don't know. I'm not great at putting stickers, so I'm super happy that this is a printed piece. Now, taking a look at the left side of this build, you do have this kind of bluish purple translucent pieces. I really enjoy that color. And then if I can get the camera to focus, yeah, there we go. You have this printed piece as well on top of right here, which is just supposed to indicate, I'm guessing these are power cells down here. So it's just going to indicate how full or how empty that they are. And then you have your standard, like, you know, battery kind of printing right there, which is pretty cool. Now on the inside of the science lab, you have that same ramp right here, which again, good looking out Lego for that detail. And then you're greeted with 2 of your actual sticker pieces. Now I am terrible at putting stickers, so I'm sorry. They do, I can see in the camera here that they are slightly misangled, but it is what it is. I'm not a fan of putting on stickers, but as you can see here, the stickers are very detailed. When the stickers are detailed like this, I have no problem with that, especially because again, this is a $35 set. So you're going to have a mixture of printed as well as sticker pieces. But they're very detailed, so hats off to that. Okay, so you're also going to be receiving 4 of these translucent dome pieces, which I feel like these can be used in many different mocks. Yeah, for a $35 set, I don't know. I think this is going to take the title of the best $35 set that I've ever seen. Okay, now looking at the left side of the Space Science Lab, this is going to be that port door where you can connect it to the other space sets that have this same orange connection that you can go ahead and just use 2 Technic pieces to put those together. Very cool way to kind of just hide it. You know, it makes sense. It's kind of just this little hatch. That's perfectly fine. Cool play feature. Now, if you move it around to the other side, this is very cool. Now, the way that this, and I'm guessing it's supposed to be a tree or some type of sculpture with kind of this flora and fauna just kind of growing off of it, you do have so many really cool translucent pink pieces and purple pieces that put this build together. Again, I don't know. I'm really thinking about buying several more of these sets because of the crystals and all of the cool translucent pieces that you receive. Now, if I can get the camera again to focus really well, you can see here that it is an actual frog. Yeah, they use the frogs to kind of give the insides of the flowers some character. I think it's pretty cool. Now you have again some purple pieces here, some purple leaves, also some small blue leaves. Again, I think this design's pretty sweet. It makes sense that this is going to be somewhere on a planet's surface, and it has this nice, cool design. Yeah, I like this. This set, I want to buy some more. Now, taking a look at the back of the Space Science Lab, you can see here that we have 6 of these nice translucent windows. I would love for this set to be more detailed than what it is when it comes to the inside of the structure, but because it's $35, they did what they could with what they had. And I'm totally fine with that. Again, you're getting a lot for 35 bucks. So over here you have this little door that can open up here. I'm guessing you can store some drinks in there, maybe make some coffee or something. There's also a nice, cool little bed here that the minifigs can use and sleep on. And I'm guessing this is probably supposed to be a shower. Now there is a sticker piece back here that I'm going to have to go ahead and pop off because I can't get the camera to quite get a good picture of it. So let me do that first. Man, I am absolutely terrible at putting stickers, but you know what? I'm probably going to buy a couple more of these sets just for some of the pieces, so I'll redo the stickers and get them right. I need to have Michelle put these stickers on. I am terrible at it. But anyways, as you can see here, this is supposed to be a soccer player here, just something for the minifig to look at while they're trying to catch some Z's. Last but not least is the charging station, but also the right side of the science lab. Now you do have another sticker piece right here, and you can see the difference in those colors, but we're not going to dive too deeper into that. Now this is the 2 cool translucent blue and purplish pieces here, which are supposed to represent the battery cells for charging your hover bike. Now let me show you what that kind of looks like putting the hover bike on it. So as you can see there, we have one stud, and then there is your hover bike, and you can literally just set it on top of here and it will begin to charge. Well, charge. Now flipping it over to the other side, you can see here that you have 2 more of your stickered pieces, and these stickered pieces are very, very detailed. You now also have a microscope here that is looking at one of those translucent blue pieces, and then you have another translucent blue piece here that seems to indicate that this is a battery pack or a power cell. Yeah, very detailed, but look at this sticker here. I'm bad at it. It's super crooked. Ugh. One of the things I did want to show you that if you decide to take your science lab apart, how you can actually just go ahead and put them back together and how they link up together as well. So as you can see here, you have your connection points as well as, I'm just going to go ahead and call them claws, your connection claws at the top and the bottom. You just simply have to line those up, and most of the time you'll get a nice little snap when they come back together. If they don't, well, you just have to make sure that they are hinged right. And that's basically about it. So you can take these apart or put these back together. And now looking at some of these pieces, I'm thinking to myself, you can probably buy, again, more of these sets and mock it into something much bigger. Maybe we'll end up doing that. This brings us to the end of the review. When you are talking about the quality of the printing on the minifigs, the quality of the printing on the pieces that you get that are printed, the cool design over all of the Space Lab, the tree in the middle or the fauna in the middle, the dome pieces, the translucent pieces, the different colors of them, the hover bike, as well as the super detailed stickers, I just don't know how this is not going to get number 1 of 2024. I think this is a great set. If you are into the space theme, this is definitely a pickup for you. If you're not into the space theme, some of the parts that are in this build can be used for a lot of different mocks, so you may want to go ahead and look into it and think about picking this up. If you found this review informative, please do me a favor and hit this video with a like. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet and want to see more content on LEGO, well, just go down there and hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you think about this set? Do you think it is going to be the number 1 $35 set of 2024? What do you think about the printing on the minifigs or the parts or just the design of the Space Lab overall? Let me know in those comment sections below. Well, I'll see you in the next video.